Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm here in Planetbase, the outer space building and economy simulation game where you go to different planets and try to build successful colonies. And this is part of a challenge that I'm doing. So I'm here on the Dark Moon. And the idea here is to recruit 300 colonists to come to my dead planet by day 70. So I'm cut off from any trading ships, tourists. All I could do is just recruit straight up colonists to come here. So I'm doing my best to beguile a colonist to come out to this dead planet and work themselves to the bone for me and Planetbase Corp. So it's been a bit of a challenge. We need to keep everybody fed. There's constant meteorites, hostile attackers, all kinds of other problems. Trying to ensure that everyone doesn't freak out, go stir crazy, be exhausted, starve, asphyxiate, become dehydrated, just all kinds of stuff. Never a dull moment in Planetbase. Okay, let's see. I'd like to build here, but I need some of this stuff out of the way. So here, time for a little Planetbase magic. So Planetbase allows you to cut through different landforms if you declare that you want to do construction there. You don't actually have to. It's just like a little wink and a nod. It's like, wink, wink, yeah, I was thinking of building something there, and it's like, okay. But then I can cancel it, and it costs me nothing, and what changed on the landform is still persistent. So I use this to clear things out and areas that I would like to build on so that my building area is not impeded. To be honest, I don't know why Planetbase doesn't just give up and have a formal mechanism to allow colonists to go and like dig out a little area instead of doing this. Great. Solar panel. That's the last thing I need is meteorites hitting my solar panels, but at least it did it right at the start of night. So I'm just choosing various different building options and using the connections to try and cut away more and more area here in order to make room for my construction. Now here's the quirk, is that Planetbase remembers that these landforms were here, and the next time you load the game up, they will have, oh no, 12 colonists? Oh, it bullseyed the dorm. Well, that hurts. The dorm must have been filled with people sleeping. Well, that basically changes my priorities for me. We need defenses. And we need them now. Oh, that aggravates me. All right. Step 1, we need telescopes. Let's make it a big telescope. Great, and we're under attack. Well, I'm glad that they had to land so far away from the base. Might as well turn all this stuff off. We're about to lock down the base here. These quote-unquote visitors are nothing of the sort. In reality, they're hostile attackers, masquerading as visitors. However, visitors aren't allowed on this planet. So that's the giveaway that this is an attack. These people are here they're armed, and as soon as they get into the colony, they'll pull out weapons and they'll start murdering everyone in a bid to take over the colony. Now, my colony has no defenses, other than simply locking the airlocks and allowing our hostile attackers to asphyxiate on the surface and die. So I'm shutting off power to all of our airlocks. Whoops, no. Disable structures, there we go. I'm trying to save power. Okay, and we can turn off the alert. The yellow alert allows us to tell all the colonists, come inside. And then once they're inside, so that they have, food, oxygen, everything they need, then we can shut off power to the airlocks, which basically effectively locks them. So our hostile attackers are now on the surface, and their oxygen levels are not infinite. They'll drop as they consume them, and once they're dead, then we can go back to work on the surface. In the meantime, whatever ore that was inside can be processed. There should be plenty of workers. Hopefully they're all on their way to the processing plant. That way we can get more metal processed while we're busy inside. Okay, unfortunately that solar cell got bullseyed by a meteorite and is not getting repaired. Oh no, great. Here comes a ship filled with colonists. I don't want them stuck on the surface here. Oh no. Oh, I didn't have the alert on. Guys, what are you doing? Get back inside. We're under attack here. I forgot, the moment the airlock is open, the colonists will dive out the airlock, trying to carry out the tasks on the surface that I have queued for them. Which is fine, I understand that's what they're trying to do. But I need them to stay inside and then have the new colonists that have arrived come inside so I can shut the airlock and keep our attackers on the surface so that they can die there. Alright, and now here I will open this airlock, and this is just basically a decoy to get them to come back this way. There we go. Go ahead and you exert yourself and burn all your oxygen up. Whoops, and there goes the power. How is... good grief, I guess we're using more power than before. Well, plus we're also... yeah, we're down a solar panel. And that starport consumes so much power. Come on, hurry up and die. We have stuff we need to get done, but I have to keep the airlocks closed because of these guys. It might be more productive to just get guards and have them deal with these people when they arrive, but... nothing to do but sit there and have a beer, huh? Okay, power is back. So, bringing everything back online. Oh, you know what? We probably don't need this alert. Because all the doors are closed, so... Yeah, let's see. Does it make a difference if I make them exert themselves? Basically, getting them to walk across the surface here. I'm hoping that they will die before they reach this airlock. Ah, and my wish is granted. Alright, everybody, back to work. We've lost valuable productivity while waiting for these people to expire. Okay, good. We're going to get the solar panel repaired, and then we should have all the materials we need in order to build another one. I'd like to be able to get all of our power collectors filled. In fact, we probably need another one. No matter how much metal we process out of ore, we always need more, unfortunately. You're not going to put it together, are you? Well, watch. That panel probably won't go up until after sunset. Oh, unless... Oh, okay, good, good. Our constructor bot here apparently is going to put it together. There's not very much sunlight left, so we won't be able to get that much power out of it, but every little bit counts. Whatever we can get, I'll take. There goes the sun. Yeah, our power collectors are not full. This is probably not good. It is generating some power. We haven't lost the sun completely just yet. Oh good, our first telescope is up. Alright, and we'll need another one. And we'll stick that out here. Meanwhile, here, let's see. Get some control panels going. Okay, hopefully these are not attackers. Normally the attackers don't hit us back to back, but anything is possible in Planetbase, so I'm not holding my breath. I'm always trying to watch. Now that we have a telescope up, we can start thinking about defenses. Unfortunately, these defenses are only for meteorites. I'd like to be able to transmit friend or foe messages to incoming ships, and if they fail to respond appropriately, shoot them down, but that's not a thing in Planetbase. So we just have to endure the visits from the various attackers. I've set aside all of our semiconductors for our defense. I haven't allowed any more robots to be built because we lost so many colonists when a full berthing was bullseyed by a meteorite. Since we took out the landing pad over here, this frees up this area for the laser. As you can see, there's a perimeter that's glowing, and that indicates the perimeter of protection that the laser might potentially provide. So all of this area here within this circle can be protected by this laser. And here, let's see. And so that's for that one. And then this one will overlap and hit all of this as well. So that way the core of the base will actually have 2 lasers protecting it once they're completed. Okay, what is up with ore processing? Okay, the mines are up. Is nobody working the mines? Well, we have a drill bot. Speaking of bots, drill bots are going to be MVPs here. We should probably resume drill bot construction. Okay, pending 5 metal. And this is pending 1 chip. Okay, so we have excess chips. I wanted to make sure that our semiconductors didn't get consumed by robotics. Okay, earlier I was trying to... Whoops, oh, here comes a large ship. Friend or foe? Friend. Good, workers. Okay, I'm always nervous every time the ship lands. You never know. So earlier I was trying to use the trick to kind of dig out here, so I'm going to do a little bit more digging because I would like to put up another biodome. However, this biodome will be focused mainly on starch production. We're doing okay as far as food goes, but I can see our bioplastics processing team is being overwhelmed by the demands for bioplastics. There we go. So the idea is it's like death by 1,000 cuts here. I just keep saying, well, what if I put something here? What if I put something here? And eventually you get to cut this thing down to basically nothing. All right, so what's left will not be able to oppose some new construction. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, whoops. Power storage is critical. And yeah, the sun is not here yet. Now, that's why I've got another collector queued. And we're in the dark again. Wonderful. And ultimately that will connect there too. Oh, you know what? And these lasers are going to require a lot of power in order to fire up. It's going to make our power problem even worse. Okay, so we need collectors, we need solar panels, we need everything. Okay, here comes the sun. Fortunately, there's plenty of food on hand, so we're not likely to go hungry. Okay, here comes the power. Okay, oxygen generation will just have to catch up. Let's prioritize building this panel here. Yeah, you know what? Let's deprioritize the lasers because they'll require so much power anyways. They're not going to be able to function until we get our power grid expanded. I'm also sitting here looking at this line here and I'm thinking single points of failure. Although I don't have all the metal I want, I don't want to have a large swath of our power generation capacity go away simply because some meteorite falls on it. I was just wondering if the reason we're struggling for metal is because the foundries are consuming it. Whoops, here we go. Big ship. Hopefully it's not filled with attackers. Ah, good, more workers. More biologists. On the plus side, as we've been expanding recently these biodomes, notice that there's no maintenance icons over any of these pads. This means that we have enough biological staff in order to keep these domes operational. However, we do have a lot of tired and hungry people, so we need to expand their facilities to ensure that they get the things that they need in order to be able to do the job that I need them to do. But we need power, we need everything. Come on, ore processing. We need that metal. In fact, I'm debating maybe we should put up another metal processing plant and expand our mining. Speaking of which, currently we have 40 biologists and 47 workers. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I'm looking at our target. We'll leave it at 65% because we need more workers, more people to work in the mines, more people to process metals and bioplastics. Just more. More of everything. It's not too far from an airlock, so I'm thinking we need more mining facilities. We just don't seem to have enough ore in order to keep the processing plant we do have running all the time. I'm trying to change that. That's why I'm also hoping that drill bots will be able to help us. Yeah, in fact, here we'll shut this part down. Drill bots are what we really need, more than anything. Uh-oh, let's see what we have. Another worker, good. It's killing me. I want to get these defenses up after watching all of those colonists be killed. But we need power. We need so much power. You know, for these mines, as the base expands this way, we could probably have another airlock here, and it would be a fairly short distance for the miners to go across the surface. So, wouldn't be too bad. Okay, that should be our last metal unit for this solar panel. Now we'll go ahead and we'll prioritize construction of this one, so that gets funded as well. And maybe if we're lucky, maybe they both could be online by the time the new sun rises. course, it's going to be meaningless if we don't capture the power, so as soon as we have the panels up, we'll see if we can't get those collectors going as well. Of course, with each panel that we add, that'll be more spare parts that we need to be able to keep up with as these things break down. So we're going to need to expand our spare parts generation. We've been getting away with having only a single station that generates spare parts so far. We will need more. Now, at least our food situation is good, which means the alcohol situation is good. So, as pissed off as people have got to be on this base, hey, the alcohol flows freely. Drink until you're not sad. Unless you're one of those people who drinks and then becomes sad as a result. Those are my heart goes out to them. Let's see, speaking of spare parts, we have to keep up with the maintenance on these things, otherwise they won't generate power at 100% for us. Okay, power storage is low. I'm hoping that it will last until sunrise, but I don't know. In the meantime, if we can just get this solar panel up, it'll be waiting to greet the dawn. This is a big attack. Look at how many of them there are. On a small ship? I'm surprised. Alright, this is an emergency, guys. Into the base. Hey, on the plus side, we can shut down all the mining facilities and save power. Everybody inside, please. I know, I want the ore badly, but got to keep these guys out of the base. There are so many of them, they will kill a lot of people. Well, at least we got one panel up. Okay, is everyone inside? I think so. I don't think we have any colonists left on the surface. Oh, there goes the power. But it's very, very close to sunrise. Oh boy, and meteorites just keep coming down. Yeah, we couldn't open the airlock if we wanted to at this point. Hey, where are they going? Did I forget an airlock open someplace? They seem to think I did. I've done that before where there will be so many airlocks that I'll forget just one, and that's the one they'll get in, and then they'll start shooting up the place. So I'm hoping I got them all. I think I did. I don't see any airlocks I could have missed. Okay, well, I guess we do have some ore to process. I was wondering how much of that ore was sitting there marooned on the surface. a little bit, but not too much. Look, see, we've got people here at this airlock. They're at multiple airlocks, unfortunately. We'll have to chance it. We have some colonists that are now arriving, and I don't want them to die on the surface. Let's see where they go. Whichever airlock they go to, I will open it. They'll be able to get in before the hostile attackers can respond. Actually, are these just workers? You know what? How about if we activate a mine for them? I believe that the mining facilities will actually sustain them. I mean, it's not expressly said that there's any life support in the mines, but you know, workers seem to be happy to be in there all the time, and they only seem to consume oxygen when they're on the surface. Okay, well, we still have to wait for these visitors to leave us, as it were. Where are these guys going? Going to get ore. Oh. From the mines. Well, great. They can get the ore and bring it inside. We can get it processed while we wait for these people to die. Okay, day 44. That's okay. I will open an airlock for you. Oh, and let's put that alert back on so that people aren't running out the airlock. I see you. Oh, I should have let him pick that ore up before I fired off the alert. Good, we see oxygen warnings on our intruders. Which means they're getting low on O2. It's just a matter of time. In fact, let's help them get a little bit of exercise. Guys, why don't you go over here? Burn up that O2. Okay, we're going into the night, and it looks like every power collector is full. So that means we need more of them, so that we can capture more power the next time the sun rises. You guys looking a little slow there. I got dropped dead on me, are you? Well, I hope you are. What the? Oh, a worker. Oh, shoot. Again... Oh, well, you know what? It's just going to have to... I forgot I didn't have the alert on. Well, they can't get in the base, fortunately. Oh, good. Are they bringing out all the materials we need to finish this panel? I hope. Good. Die. Let's reopen for business here. Yeah, don't help those guys. Okay, all our intruders are dead. Thank goodness. let's prioritize power collection. And yeah, one more metal unit. We'll have another solar panel up. Oh, good. And we're working on a new drill bot. Now, these drill bots are fantastic because they'll sit there and just, well, drill for ore. They don't ever have accidents the way their human counterparts do, who seem to be very accident prone. And overall, they should be able to get us more ore per capita. Good grief, you're almost done. Hopefully another engineer has been queued to come and finish this bot. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it was a shift change. So we can get our drill bot completed. Okay, we'll have 2 new drill bots, and that will help with our ore extraction, because right now it seems like not getting a lot of work done. Is sick bay? No, sick bay has no customers. And the medical cabinet is full of medical supplies. Speaking of which, I would bet there's room for more. Oh well, might as well have another cabinet then. I noticed that there's more medical supplies in storage than we have room in the cabinet, so that means that it's taking up space over here. Yeah, that's what I thought, here in the storage dome. Okay, good. The large solar panel is fully funded. In terms of materials, whoops, here comes a ship. Okay, those look like biologists. Yeah. I don't know, these ships kind of remind me of something that Boba Fett would fly around in. Reminds me a little bit of Slave One. Okay, we have all those facilities running. Yeah, we should have plenty of power generation available. Yeah, this satellite canteen is being pressed pretty hard. I'm noticing that the more often than not, the table at that canteen is filled with colonists. So I'm going to expand the canteen services and later the bar over here so that our biologists have all of their needs being met on this side of the base. Okay, let's see, when this goes up, the defense perimeter will go all the way out here. I want to make sure that we'll get protection as far out as possible. Whoops. I see all these single points of failure. Trying to eliminate as many as I can. Oh, come on. I don't want another power outage. Oh! We're just not storing enough power. We're about to endure yet another one. So yeah, we're not ready for any Meteorite defenses, crud. We can generate the power, but we can't store it. Got to have more metal. Guys, I'm counting on you. Oh, those new drill bots are in the field, though. That's good. Okay. Friend or foe? Friend. Excellent. Alright, well, out of power. But not for long. Fortunately, it's just about sunrise. Oh, and here comes the last metal unit. For another power collector, which is good, so that as we charge everything up, because all things being equal, we had just needed one more in order to be able to make it to sunrise, so there it is. However, I want to expand our services, so that's why we have even more queued. Let's go ahead and prioritize this one, and this one will be right after that. We'll make multiple connections, just in case. Oh, you know what? That's right. I forgot. I was going to see if I could cut through there and add more solar panels, but I have it here as mining. Well, we can always change that. We'll see. If we could just get some more metal, we could be working on more drill bots. Everything depends on metal. Well, there's nothing we can do, so I'm just going to speed up rather than just sitting here waiting for things to happen. And keep an eye on the landing pads. Okay, good. Friends. We have so much queued up that it seems like nothing is happening, but they are working on it. We are getting there, just slowly. As for our goal of 300 colonists by day 70, we'll see. We'll see. We might be able to make it. Okay, good. We have another power collector. All right, prioritize this one next. The idea is to basically store as much power as possible so that we can get through the night. The nights are long, and there is no atmosphere, so we can't rely on wind turbines on this planet. Whoops. Oh, please don't be hostile. I didn't see who they dropped off. We're about to find out. That drop-off got past me. I guess as long as I don't hear an alert and people screaming, they were friends. Oh, good to see the lab busy. Speaking of the lab being busy, we should probably expand. I think there's only one medicinal pad in the entire base. which has been supplying all of our needs. Let's see, which one is it? No, that's mushrooms. I think it's this... Or is it... Oh, here it is. The medicinal pad. There's only one. I'd like to go ahead and make a second one. In fact... Here, let's see. We'll recycle this one. We'll replace it with a nice pea pad. Get a little extra starch for the bioplastics team. Okay, and as soon as this onion pad is ready for harvest, we'll replace that with a medicinal pad. Same thing with this mushroom. So we'll let them get to 100%, they'll produce their harvest, and then turn them into something else. Okay, ship. Okay, a worker, good. Okay, so we should see the harvest appear. There it is. Recycle. Oh, there were 2 medicinal pads? Well, there will be 3 here in a moment. I'm basically just trying to move the medicinal plants closer to the lab that consumes them, so that we have plenty of medical supplies on hand, because we're trying to lean very heavily on the workers to be able to mine as much ore as possible in lieu of having drill bots available. I'm doing my best to produce the bots as quickly as possible, but it takes time in order to have them all put together. Oh, whoops. Alright, so that completed, and have another medicinal pad here. Okay, good. We have another power collector. Let's prioritize this one for construction. Okay, we just barely made it to sunrise and had a very brief power failure. So we still don't have enough power collectors. We need more. So this one is next. Hopefully we can get the metal to it. Whoops, and there's the meteorites. Oh, I can barely... oh, look, one of the meteorite lasers is up. Alright, well, shoot, now we really need power. Oh, it only uses 4.5. I would have thought it would have been more. I mean, this stupid thing uses 33 for the starport. Well, we'll still try and store as much power as possible. It never goes out of fashion to have more power. Whoops, here we go. Who do we have? This is a big guy, speaking of the starport. Okay, workers and biologists. My favorite people. Although, at this point, we could probably use some more engineers. Yeah, biologists we have. Let's say some engineers, please. Of course, the engineers are hamstrung by lack of materials here. That's why we're trying to get more stuff out. You know what? We're probably good on semiconductors for a while. Let's go ahead and we'll shut down semiconductor processing. This will allow the metal that would normally go into that to be focused into constructions instead. So we can finally see this biodome has been under construction for the longest time, as we've desperately been trying to beef up the power grid. The laser is only at 60% because we only have a single telescope to cover. So this telescope's been under construction for what seems like forever also. And until we have more than one, 60% is the best we can do for defenses. Let's see, this laser is still pending metal. Wow, look at that. You know, I wasn't paying attention. It looks like the bioplastics team has caught up with demands. I was thinking we needed more starchy plants, but maybe we don't. Maybe not just yet. Because I see we have quite a few bioplastics in reserve that are ready to go. I was thinking, here's a recreational dome that we don't have yet, and that's the multi-dome. Whoops, oh, it's going to be one or the other, huh? I was hoping to make connections here. The delimiter that determines connections is how much bulkhead space you have to connect to, so. I guess connecting to that one dome didn't leave enough room for connections for the other domes. Okay, nice happy worker. We have plenty of work for you to do. Well, we should be able to at least get it this way. There we go. Okay, and we can do that too. So, you know what, we'll save this connection because sometimes they wall themselves up into different areas if I'm not paying attention. Okay, we have another power collector, but night has just begun. So it will just have to wait till tomorrow to charge. And let's see, I just can't shake the feeling that we just don't have enough power, so let's queue up another. I want to get done with these other constructions, but I also, every moment that our colonists spend in the dark without food, without water, just causes more problems. Yeah, the telescope consoles have to be manned by engineers. Hopefully there are some that feel like going to work today. All right, I like to see these processing plants busy. We need metal. At this point, the metal is probably our most important resource. So, hence all the mines, trying to build drill bots. It kills me to see these mines sitting there empty when I know we have plenty of workers to work in them. Wow, must be a lot of unhappy people. Notice my bar is filling up. I'm going to hold off on doing anything with this biodome until I see that our food levels are dropping. Whoops, here comes a large ship. Okay, biologists, good, good. All right, well, I'm trying to let all these construction projects catch up. They all require metal. Good, one more for a power collector, and there it comes. So we'll have these empty power collectors waiting to soak up whatever power the solar cells are able to generate. I'm always happy to see these drill bots go to work. They're very, very productive. Not that their human counterparts aren't, but the drill bots tend to put in, I think, longer work days than the human workers do. They don't need to eat, they don't need to sleep, and they don't need to drown their sorrows in alcohol constantly, like the rest of my alcoholic colonists. Okay, we just need metal so we can make some more drill bots, so that they could drill more ore so we can have more metal. It seems all very circular. I don't have metal because I don't have ore, but I need metal so that I can have drill bots drill more ore so I can have more metal. Say that 3 times fast. All right, so here, let's see. Speaking of constructions that have been languishing forever, an expanded canteen. Oh, got another power collector up. Good. Why do I have these things? Well, it's only 60%. And until we get that other telescope put up, it's going to stay that way too. All right, you know what? It's time to prioritize the telescope. I have had it with this stuff. Whoa, low on oxygen. What happened here? Oh, because the multi-dome was completed and it's sucking the oxygen out from the processing plant. You know what? Since we have so many people over here, we need another oxygen generator in this local area. Okay, good. More friendlies. Wow, we are almost halfway to our goal, and it's day 46. We might actually make this. 300 colonists by day 70. Okay, let's see. So we'll get that telescope put up so that we can increase the amount of intercepts, and we'll also get this meteorite laser completed as well. Yeah, see, this processing plant is very far from the nearest oxygen generator. So that oxygen is first used here, and then it has to continue flowing. We have another one, but it goes through all this stuff. So we need oxygen generation locally in order to maintain breathable atmosphere here for these workers. They're in a high density area, plus there's air going out all the time in the airlock, because we lose minute amounts every time the airlock is cycled. So to see about making that available. On the plus side, that means that we could put another airlock here to make it easier for the miners to get back and forth. So that they're not all piled up through a single airlock. Notice the queue here of personnel going in and out. Whoops, here comes a big ship. Please be a friend. Yes, friends. All right, good. Okay, good. Our telescope is, there we go. One more metal unit. Are you an engineer? No, you're not, are you? Nope. So we'll have to wait for someone to assemble the telescope, but once it is, then we will be able to increase our intercept chance. Plus, we're going to prioritize this laser for completion so that we'll have 2 lasers covering the base. And I think with 2 telescopes, that will give us 80% interception coverage, if I'm remembering correctly. We'll have to see. Okay, we'll hold these biodomes on reserve. We seem to be doing okay in terms of food and starch production, but as we add additional colonists, we'll need to be ready to be able to generate food. So the good thing is that we have capacity in reserve. Meanwhile, these airlocks will get used right away. I'm noting the distance here from the canteen, and I'm thinking, we could use one over here as well. So that's what we'll do is have a large canteen. Okay, wow, that'll be a real interchange. We'll put those connections up later. Whoops, no. Power it down. Power that down. Okay, good. These are colonists. They're here to work, not to kill people. I was being fooled by, for some reason, this lit up, and I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, is it powered up? Want to hold off on powering the multi-dome up. The colonists, if given the opportunity, will sometimes wall themselves up into structures. So that's why I'm not making all the connections that I want to yet. I want them to get these out of the way first, and then they can go back and do the other connections. Otherwise, I could have a situation where one colonist is working here, another one's here, another one's here, and here, simultaneously, and then someone ends up walled up inside new construction. But still on the surface, so I'll let them put all this other stuff up first. Oh, since we're requisitioning new oxygen generation, how are we doing for water? Water's okay for now. Ooh, oxygen is on the brink. Yeah, look at that, 146. We can only put up 150. We need this generator. In fact, I would say we need two. In the event that we have a power outage, we'll run out of oxygen quickly because we won't have reserves. Good grief, are these mines ever going to get built? Well, there's so much construction that has to be queued up. Let's see, how are we doing? Oh, 84%. Okay, that's even better than 80%. Okay, water tank. Whoops. Friend or foe? Ah, friend. And that sound is the anti-meteorite laser going off, protecting the base. So, progress. We're making some real progress here. Oh, but looking at the time, I've let the time get away from me again because I'm having so much fun. So we'll go ahead and we'll end this video here. Join me next time here on Joe Superfantabulous PC Gaming Channel as we struggle to stay alive here on the Dark Moon and get everything expanded. Oh, good. Our new oxygen generator is up. So that should ensure that, although it's not that close to our processing plant, at least it's surrounded by multiple generators to be able to keep the oxygen levels up in this zone of the base. So we'll see you next time here on Joe Superfantabulous PC Gaming Channel as we work our way through the Dark Moon Challenge, and fingers crossed, our base will survive. and get a nice achievement. See you next time.